Hello and welcome. Today we'll do another installment of Watch Yes or No. And the movie in question is She's the Man with Amanda Bynes playing a girl playing a boy. Just before we begin, may I remind you to please like and subscribe right now. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get started. The movie begins with a heavily stylized opening, trying very hard to depict young people having a great day at the beach. But actually the sun isn't shining on any of them. Looks rather cold and miserable, so the poor actors and extras are probably suffering through this whole scene. But Amanda Bynes knows how to heat up. She'll just make love on the beach with her boyfriend, her eternal love, at least until the Channing Tatum character shows up. Oh, by the way, you've probably seen people play volleyball on the beach before, but never soccer. But the plot needs these characters to play soccer on the beach, so that's why soccer on the beach is suddenly a thing. We then cut to the typical Hollywood high school for 20 and 30-something-year-olds, where we find out that the girls' soccer team has been cut. So Amanda Bynes immediately wants to try out for the boys' soccer team, because we all know women and men play the same level of soccer. And when her boyfriend, the soccer captain, doesn't go for the gender differences don't exist dogma, of course Amanda Bynes breaks up with him. Because girls aren't with guys, because there are gender differences. Girls can do everything guys can do, so she'll just stuff herself from now on. We then see a precursor to the rest of the plot. Her brother Sebastian's girlfriend says him and his sister look so much alike from the back.
I think it's your total lack of curves.
We then see Hollywood's oldest, most cliched cliché of a white mother. Some crazy lady who believes girls should be girly and wear dresses and such. Since when should women be women? Pfft. Of course Amanda Bynes rejects her mother outright because she wants to be a real boy. Yay for feminism, I guess. Speaking of clichés, her brother is in a band. In fact, he's just on his way to London to play a gig or something.
Hey, I want to be a musician, okay? Last time I heard, they don't need to know trigonometry. And besides, if you want to chase your dreams, sometimes you gotta break the rules.
More Hollywood clichés. Learning and knowledge is stupid. Chase your dreams. Break the rules. Running away from home without telling your parents is smart. Whatever could go wrong? And the same tired drivel. Well, of course, now the movie needs the character who made up Mrs. Doubtfire, but in the next decade. And of course he first says no, but then says yes. It's like a rule of clichés. Of course, it wouldn't be an Amanda Bynes film without some unrealistic, silly music montage of sorts. She then lies to her mother about where she's going and then goes to the school her brother was to enroll in his place under the guise of being a man. She then arrives looking like a girl. But now she has fat cheeks and a fat face and longish hair for a guy. Yeah, she'll fool everyone. Well, I do like this sex joke.
Remember, inside every girl, there's a boy.
Ooh, okay. She then meets her roommate and friends. She doesn't sound like any of them, but the movie wants us to believe they don't suspect a thing. Even when she tells them the reason she has tampons is to stop her nosebleeds. The next scene that's a little hard to swallow is her explaining that the reason she can't take off her shirt is because she's allergic to the sun. Yes, a soccer player who's in the sun for a living, with her face and hand exposed anyways, is allergic to the sun. Right.
Oh, getting to know the opposite sex, are we? Male-female dynamics, all that, sexual tension.
Yeah, that's how principals actually talk.
So the game against Gorma, that should be interesting, huh?
Yeah, guys will believe this voice is a guy talking. Well, the movie goes on, and of course nobody ever finds out she's a girl. Not even in the shower room, or during this hazing session. And now the girl Channing Tatum wants is going for Amanda Bynes, cause she's just such a hunk. Amanda though has the hots for her roommate, Channing Tatum. So because according to Hollywood, men are stupid, the lady guy of the movie has to teach them how to be men in relationships. Yeah, men have never known how to be men. Then Amanda and Channing freak out like screechers over a spider. 'Cause why not? Then there's the obligatory scene where Mrs. Doubtfire, Amanda Sebastian, has to swap personalities and costumes unrealistically fast and mixes them up sometimes. But she still doesn't get found out, 'cause plot reasons. Of course, Amanda makes it into the team for the third act game, or otherwise movie's over and the runtime isn't full yet. And then bitches fight in the bathroom, 'cause you can't make a chick flick without wrestling. Then comes the misunderstanding you just knew from the beginning of the film would come. The real Sebastian comes back and Tatum sees him being kissed by the girl he wanted. Of course, nobody but the people watching the movie can tell the two apart, because they look so alike. Yeah, here she really sounds like a man.
Okay, Olivia never liked you, okay? She was just using you to make me jealous.
Maybe a very tiny man. Well, the big game starts and nobody notices that the real Sebastian slided right into position, even when he's clueless or has a different voice and now actually looks like a guy. People are so stupid. Well, two of the characters did find out Viola, that is Bynes, has been impersonating Sebastian thus far, and they convinced the principal of it. In true movie style, the principal of course chooses to announce it in front of the big crowd at the big game. And in true comedy style, they look like fools when Sebastian confirms his manhood. Well, now all that remains is to wrap it all up. Sebastian switches places with Viola, she confesses her love to Tatum and so gives herself away as a girl, and of course she now plays a winning game of soccer. Why is a girl playing in the boys' team?
Listen, pal, you and Illyria, we don't discriminate based on gender.
Oh, she then turns into a flying gymnast and wins the game and gets the guy a day or so later. Well, what's the verdict? Did I like this piece of unrealistic nonsense? Believe it or not, yes, I believe it was fun in a way. Do I think they could have done it better? Yes, definitely. Olivia. No wait, that's Viola. Whatever. Viola could have looked and sounded a lot more like a guy. So the viewer could be like, whoa, yeah, that could actually fool someone. The disguise was actually the movie's weakest point. It's a shame because that was such an important foundation stone the whole movie was built on. But whatever, it works as a bit of nonsensical fun. Watch, yes or no? Yes, you can watch it at least once, just to go haha. Well, that's our video. Now before you go, please click like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.